Hello, Brother Nashi. Welcome back on TikTok. I have been listening to some of your old episodes. I hope that you're going to be posting more often. I have my own story that I want to share with you about a Zim guy that I recently met. So this guy, he has been proposing love to me for a very long time, so much that I told him that you can just be my friend, but because I always borrow money from him, he said that he wants us to date. We recently started to sleep with each other, and some of the things that he do, I really do not understand. I am a South African woman. Please post my story as anonymous. Do not mention my name. My story is like this. I'm 31 years old and I met a Zim guy on Tinder. I work in a restaurant here in South Africa in Joburg. I thought that I was the luckiest girl in Joburg when I met this Zimbabwean guy. Honestly, I never thought that I would date from outside of the country, but things they happen. Hey, I do have plenty of my friends that have been with the Zim guy before, and they told me that the money, you will never struggle to get it. So when I was unable to tell my baby daddy to buy me the things that I wanted him to buy for me because he was always complaining, that was when I met this guy and I told him that as for now, we can be friends. So I had put him in a friend zone where you'll be my friend, but you won't be sleeping with me. But I will be safe enough to beg money from him. Then he can give me money. Not like I was using him, but women sometimes we do something like that to men that we do not have feelings for. Like in the beginning, I did not have feelings for this guy. When I met this Zimbabwean guy, let me call him the boss. He's a young guy. He is only 4 years older than I am. He is well smart and he drives a Porsche. When you see him at a mall, maybe in Sandton, Rosebank, you can think that he's a billionaire. But here is the thing that started me to think. When I told him that I wanted him to deposit some money for me so that I can go and have my hair done towards December, they struggled to send this money because he is always giving me cash. And then I went to his friend's shop and I collected the money and I said, so you had to let me travel all the way from the location so that I can just take cash from you. Why didn't you do an e-wallet? That was when he told me that he does not have a bank account. A guy that drives a Porsche does not have a bank account. The thing that has been making me to think really hard why I have come to you, because there are some things that he does and he says that in his country it is normal, even though I have never been to Zim, but I don't think that it is something that is normal. The guy has no South African papers. He told me that he is illegal, yet he has white people working for him. He has a maid who is a white woman. This woman does not work at his house every day. Sometimes this woman works 2 times a week. I'm not speaking about a white person that you see begging for money by the robots. This woman, she is pushing a nice VW SUV that he claims to have bought for her. She's someone that also have a corporate job, but she goes and work for this guy as a maid. When I saw this woman cleaning the house, I was so jealous. I thought that maybe it is the wife or the girlfriend. And he was like, no, this one is my maid. And even called her to make a cup of coffee for me. She even asked me how many sugars I wanted in the coffee. I was like, hi, well, so this guy has white people working for him. He is always surrounded by rich people, but most of these people, they are quite old. And he does not even have a real office. Whenever I go to his workplace, he would be at his friend's workplace. And he says that today I'm just working at my friend's office. You can come and see me. I really do not know what this guy is all about. In the beginning, I was blinded by the money that he was giving to me, by the soft life. He has taken me to over a dozen places in the country, and in December, we left Africa. We went on a vacation to France. Then we returned back on the 29th of December, where we celebrated our new year in Cape Town. He has taken me to nice places, Maldives, and he talks about big deals. And I don't know whom you will be talking about, but there are cracks in our foundation of our relationship. I have been working really hard. I am a woman that has been to the Maldives, yet when I returned back in January, I had to return back to work. You know why I'm still working at this restaurant? Nothing has really changed in my life. Apart from him taking good care of me, he does not give me things, even though if they be material. I'm still using an Android phone, guys, yet I am dating a guy that is wealthy. He does not give me a lot of money. He is always calculating things. Even if we go to buy fuel, sometimes I feel embarrassed. Have you ever seen someone pouring less than 300 rand fuel in a Porsche? It is really embarrassing what he does most of the times. He told me that he does this because he's afraid of being hijacked. And I said, it really does not matter. It's not like thieves. They go around and they test to see if you have enough fuel. I'm still working hard at the restaurant, standing on my feet all day. And this guy, he drives a car worth millions. He is only giving me 2,500 rand a month, just 2.5. He says that it is my allowance. When I ask him for more, especially because life here in Josim, it is expensive, he changes. He says that I have to budget, and if you want me to increase the money, I will not increase your money until you are pregnant with my child. Why does a man with a Porsche want a girl who will earn 2,500 from the relationship? Why is he desperate for a pregnancy? I've been looking at him differently, and I realized that all of these people that are around him, it's like they are his friends. They handle the paperwork. He can't touch because he has no ID. But what I do not understand, I understand that this guy, since he is illegal in South Africa, he has other South Africans that are working for him, his company directors, all of that stuff because he has no papers. But where is the money coming from? You can be calling someone and then he will tell you that this is a CEO of a mine. Like you will be talking with that guy, just having a casual chat as if they are brothers. He does not wake up at 8 a.m. to go to work. He spends his time consulting with these people in different hotels. I feel as if maybe this guy, he is a fraudster, or maybe he's a ritualist. That is what I am afraid of. If he is doing his fraud, I really do not care. It is money, really good money. But if it is money that is coming from the devil, I don't want to stay with this guy. The biggest red flag was when we started to sleep with each other, because he was complaining, saying that I can't be paying you money, then you don't want to open your legs. And then we slept with each other. The one that keeps me awake at night is what happens in the bedroom, or rather what happens off the bed. He has a very expensive bed in his house, but every time we want to make love for the first time, the first round, let's say that I go to his place for a sleepover after work, he can come and he can collect me, and then we go to his mansion. We touch, we kiss, we eat, we bath together. And then when we are about to sleep together, the first round, he says, let us go on the floor. By the floor, I mean on the floor, on the cold floor. We continue with the romance on the floor. He does not want to do it even on top of a mattress. He always takes out this red cloth. It is very big, maybe about 3 meters in all directions. It stays underneath the bed, and then he put it on the floor. And this cloth, it has a very bad smell. When I say that, I feel like I want to vomit, because it is always folded and it is always underneath the bed. So it collects all the moisture that will be coming out of the tiling from the foundation. So I can even have sinuses because of that. It has a strange smell. And then he can even take perfume and he sprays it. And he said, okay, are you fine now? And I'll be like, what about we just do it on the couch? There is a big couch in his bedroom. He refuses. It is dirty, it is old, and it is always smelling the moisture. He insists that we must make love on the floor on top of that red cloth the first round. Even if we go for a vacation, we are always carrying that smelly thing. We went with it to France. I did not even know that it was in his own carry bag. He had it when we went to France. And when we were in the hotel, boom, that was when he pulled it out. I was like, dude, all the way from South Africa with this smelly stuff. His reasoning is that this is the question that has brought me here. When I asked him, he said that he is respecting his ancestors. I said, how are you respecting your ancestors by sleeping with your woman that you claim to love so much and you want to make to become your wife on the court floor on top of a smelly blanket? And he is like, my ancestors, they have never had beds in their lives. So to get their blessings and their wealth, I must meet them on the floor. That is some top level weird stuff. He says only after the first round is finished, we can move to the bed for the second round and the entire time when we are sleeping with each other. So I am trying to believe this guy, but I am getting exhausted. I have been thinking and thinking and thinking about it, and it really does not even make sense to me at all. Maybe he is very traditional, but this smell that comes from that cloth, it is just too much. I am sick and tired of having these sinuses. And one thing that worries me about this guy, when I refuse to give him sex, he does not mind. We can go for a month, for weeks, without sleeping with each other. He does not mind, because I said I am going to deny him sex, and then we can sleep together on the bed, and I will sleep in a very attractive lingerie so that he can be attracted to me. I waited for him to touch me. I even tried each and every style, thinking that maybe if I sleep with my booty up in the air, he is going to be attracted to me, but nothing. I heard him snoring. I was so angry at this guy, and I fell fast asleep in the morning. He said that he wanted to go and buy something nice for me, and I refused. So this guy, I have been with him for a very short period of time, yet I have seen things that I can't even understand. I have been researching about these things, and I have been listening to your stories, and I feel as if maybe this man, he is using me for rituals as well. The thing that scares me the most is the pregnancy. Why is the 2,500 monthly allowance locked until I have a baby? When I go to see him this month end, I know that he puts the money in the envelope and then he put it in my handbag. In the morning, he'll be like, babe, I have already put your money in the handbag. He always does that. He gives me cash. I'm scared that maybe I am now living in a world of rituals, that the child that I'm going to carry is going to be a sacrifice. I have heard your stories of men who need a child so as to make that child to be a sacrifice. I am 31. I'm not growing younger. I want to start a family. I was supposed to start a family with another guy, but because of his poverty, I did not want to get married to him. I want to be tied to a man that has money. I do not want to suffer. I want to give birth in a private hospital. I want to have a water birth. I want to be pampered and to be treated when I am pregnant. I don't want to be in a crowded clinic where I go there and then the nurses are rude to you. My job at the restaurant, it is hard, especially when I think about the guy that I am dating because he has so much money. I asked him one day and I said, if you have all of this money, babe, why don't you just help me to start a business? He just said, not now. Your duty is to fall pregnant for me. Everything that I tell him, I just hit like a dead stop. He says, you have to give me a child. When I say, okay, let us get married first, he says, let us have a baby first. So all that he wants from me is for me to fall pregnant. I am writing this because I'm scared. I'm a South African girl and I know that our grandfathers had traditions, but I had never heard about such a tradition. I feel as if maybe this man is just using me. I have decided some days that 2,500 is not worth my soul. Let me work double shift at the restaurant and earn my own honest money. But then at work, my boss or my manager will scream at me so much that I will feel like it is better that I stay with my Zimbabwean boyfriend. So if you know more about this culture from Zim, please advise me on what am I supposed to do. Should I continue dating this guy, or this is too much of a red flag for you? Yo, dear listeners, right there was a message that was sent to me by one of our dear sister. Let us speak with him in the comment section. Maybe the guy is just a political runner running businesses for big politicians. Who knows? But why the red cloth? Maybe you should try to wash it. When you are at his place, you just take it and you throw it into the washing machine and you see what happens. Then you tell him that it is because it was too dirty, and then you see his reaction. What is he going to say after you would have washed it and ironed it, and then you pack it somewhere different from where it is staying underneath the bed? Then maybe you can give us an update if you are able to do it. Let us meet again in the following episode, and let us talk with her in the comment section.